let's see here. We should be live. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, okay, cool. We should... Hello there, everybody. Hold on. Oh, shoot, I forgot to, like, change all of the settings on here. What does it say? I am not back from my long break. I am Spellborne late alpha. Stream 3D minimap. Save. Okay. So this should rename the stream. I don't know if that's going to take effect before or after this is completed. So let me post a link to the video in my videos thing here. So right now I am at that point in time where I said I would be very close to being done. Making my last changes before moving the game into beta, and we are very close to that moment. We are very close to it. There's only a few things left to do. I did make an announcement here. Let me just look at that real quick. Yeah, so a shop to buy items and polishing up on some of the game's features. That and this mini map here I'm middle of making. So I look over here. I wanted to make a mini map for the game, or just like a general world map, you know, because this game is pretty large. It's very easy to get lost here. So I figured, well, why not draw a map first? And then I was like, well, it wouldn't be to scale, and it's not gonna look right. It's gonna look weird. I don't have a very good artistic ability. So I made the system here that can scan the entirety of the whole map and draw a picture using it. And this thing is made out of a bunch of really tiny pieces. Like over here, it's made out of very, very tiny pieces that make up each pixel. There's thousands upon thousands. I've done the math, and it takes about 1 million of those pieces to finish the whole map. So it's quite a bit. But this is my previous version. And my original plan was just to like take a screenshot of this and just have that as the map image. But I did do that, and it is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. The color gets distorted, the scaling of the image gets distorted, and like around the edges of the map, it gets like less and less accurate because, you know, it's obviously at like an angle versus straight bird's eye view here. The angle gets worse and worse further away. So an image just gets less accurate as you go further out, especially if you do it this way. And the only way to get like an actual 2D flat rendering of your map is to use, well, is to obviously have it in this format, or use something like row render where it'll turn it into an image. But row render is a paid cloud service, and I'm really not interested in using or depending on a paid cloud service to make my game. I'm not interested in depending on that. Anyway, so that's besides the point. So I figured I needed to have a physical map. So one option was to actually have this be an object in the workspace, and when you open the map, it'll actually move this around, and you'd actually be able to look at this physical image here that is two-dimensional. But then when I woke up this morning, I had the idea in my mind. I was like, wait, since I made it so stuff gets lighter as it's higher up, I was like, what if I made it so these parts here, their height is also affected by that as well? So not only do they get lighter now, they also get taller. So from that, I actually made a 3D map, which is pretty cool. It kind of looks like a little like figurine, or like Legos almost. You know, it's kind of fun to look at. But what I want to do with this is actually make like a 3-dimensional map. So like if you press on the GUI to like open up the map, what I plan on having it doing is like a viewport frame, or it would actually move your camera somewhere far away and you could just rotate this map and like see where everybody is on it. But I am kind of leaning more towards viewport frame, like having just a local copy of this map for everybody. I think that would work out. But this system here, this map drawing system, is pretty cool. It's actually like one of my favorite things I made. It's pretty freaking awesome. I have like several versions of the script too. Map drawing system. Yeah, I have like 3 versions of it. This old version, it was just like the really, really old version. It was like the first version of it. This one, it just made it like thinner, which is this one here. This is the V2 map. It just made it thinner so it could draw a lot faster. This one, though, on the other hand, this is the 3D version. And it can draw in 3D. It does take a little bit longer. Like, I had to wait maybe 20 minutes to maybe half an hour for this thing to finish. It is a very long and slow process because I can't have this thing exist as like all the individual pieces during runtime. Otherwise, my FPS drops significantly when I try to render this. And that's not good, especially since I plan on having it in the game at runtime for other players that don't have as good devices as I do, like a mobile phone. So I decided to use the Union API. So every single row gets turned into like one part. Let me see here. Yeah, so every row is one part now. Let me see there. Yeah, put it right back on there. Nice. But yeah, this is what I plan on having as like the in-game map. I feel like it's gonna be really cool, especially if I can figure out how to make it like actually show your position in like 3D. Like, because then you would be able to see like who's flying around, you know, because you would have like, I plan on having it be like little like dots or whatever that move around based on where the player is. And maybe even having it list like their username as well above like the little dots so you actually know who is who. But it'd be cool because you could see people on the ground and then you'd be able to see people like kind of floating a little bit so you know you're on a broom. And I might have it show people using Apparate. I'm not sure. Yeah, and you can also see this area. This exceeds like the minimum height for the map, so that's why it's not really going down any further. That's why it's flat here. These are actually very deep canyons, and they're somewhere over there. But yeah, we have these. These are just props that are just sitting outside of the map, not doing anything important. But yeah, this is it right here. This is what I plan on actually using as the map. So as we get further away from that, let me show you some of the other things I have completed. So this is like a crafting area, and let me see if I can pull up the UI for it. Well, actually, first, let's just finish this operation I was working on here, and then we can start doing other stuff. Because this is like in live game time right now. I have it in live because there's the odd chance that this map system could like crash Studio, and I don't want it to like break it in the edit mode. I would rather have it break it during a test, because a test I can just shut it all down and then we'd be good to go. So just paste that and wait for it for a moment. All right, cool. Wowzers, that is a lot of parts. Okie dokie. Let me just turn this off so that doesn't run anymore. Let's move this. Oh, the lag. It does not like that. Ouch. Oh boy. Come on, I know you got it in you. The dragger is laggy because it like makes everything like transparent. And it's just terrible. It's terribly inefficient. I wish there was like a different way to drag them around besides just changing the position of the model. But yeah, there we go. All right, let me just test this out and then we can kind of show you how this is all going here. It's gonna take a second. All right, there we go. Maybe. Oh shoot, is the map anchored? You know, if the map isn't anchored, this might freaking kill Studio right here. I don't know, actually. It probably is. Oh, dang it, dude. What is this freaking thing trying to do right now? I think it just killed Studio. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it just freaking killed everything. That's kind of nuts, not gonna lie. Connection lost the server. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it crashed it probably. I mean, I noticed that like running the map generator and like refreshing Studio over and over again causes like a huge memory leak in Studio. So obviously I think I probably just need like a fresh instance of it. Yeah, one thing I noticed it does cause a couple memory leaks. At least a couple. Come on. Load already. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting there. What the flip? Where am I? See the glowing things down here. Corner. There's a lot of corner ones. What's this thing? Min height. Oh, yeah. That's part of the map generator. Alright. Oh, jeez. Did it just freaking kill itself? I think it did. Yeah, I think Studio had a bad time there. But anyways, we'll just forget about that for now. Right now it should load. There we go. Alright. Anyways. Whoa. Alright. But yeah, we have we got a new wand here, old sword and staff. But let's look at that crafting menu first. So let's see here. This is the beginning of what the crafting menu is going to be for the foreseeable future. I mean, I'm obviously gonna make it. Like, I'm just gonna change it a little bit more in this. This isn't like actually done. But you have your crafting recipes on the left side, and then you have your materials up here, and then all of your consumables and gears and whatnot. It shows you how many you have. Very much more to it than that. You know, you can craft. I didn't really change much here. The only thing I added was a new wand. Oh yeah, also, yeah, this wand here, this is gonna be the beta reward. I feel like this would kind of be like a cool item for like people who played this game in beta to have. It's not really like an overpowered wand either. It's just kind of like a collectible thing. I mean, it does a lot of damage very quickly. Like, it's not bad. Especially if you pair it with, like, another spell. Like, this combos very well with Concusio, I would say. Very good for killing NPCs and stuff. The map itself, I have added the structures that I worked on last stream, as well as the enemies that spawn inside of those structures. All of that is completed at this point. Let's go over yonder here. So this is one of the structures right here. So you got these guys in here. Looks like a bunch of bow guys spawned. They don't do very well since they're kind of trapped in there. That one's dead. And then there's these loot crates in here that you can open. Boom. And then there is also 4 resources that spawn around the map right now. Let me see if I can find some. Okay, so this right here is one of them. This here is another one. And then there's like a mushroom that spawns as well. It's like red and it has little like white spots on it. Let me see if I can find one. Oh. Let me see, where is this thing? Let's just freaking X-ray to it at this point. Yeah, see, there's one right there. Little mushroom. And then there's also wheat that can spawn at all these spots as well. See, it's over there. All the way over there, wow. You get that point. It's wheat. I don't have to go over there and show you it. But those can be collected. And you just kind of hold E over it, and then it'll, boop, now you have one. And all of these items are used for crafting healing potions, as well as bread, which are currently the only 2 crafting recipes in the game right now. I will be adding more eventually. But the main point of it is just having the system there for early beta, so when people start playing this, they actually have something to grind and craft. I mean, there isn't really like much to do in this game necessarily besides exploring, killing enemies, looting structures, and fighting other players. Which really isn't that much different than Wizard West. The only things to do in Wizard West is grind NPCs, kill players, and trade. So it's not much different here, to be honest. Well, there's also music too. Did I mention that? Yeah. Yeah, so I have actually sourced like a lot of different soundtracks from this really old game that I believe these soundtracks are available to use since it's pretty old. I like them. I think they're pretty nice. This is the song that plays in the town right now. I haven't imported any other ones yet, but there are a lot. The source of this actually has like about 100 other songs in it too I can pull from. Yeah. But there isn't really like a lot of like other things that I can really say. I'm just gonna kind of read off the announcement that I made in my Discord server. Let's see here. Like, I have to still add a shop. I have to still finish the 3D map. And then after that, I'm just gonna be polishing the game, making all the qualities that already exist better. So I'll be doing like UI stuff. I'll be adding more things to the map. And that's really gonna be it. And just like bug fixes of like just a few things that I found. There aren't really like a lot of things left. Let's see here. What else is there? There's only like a few days more of work left to do, though. So I'll probably do like an event or something on here. Try to get like a lot of people in at once, you know, because now that the game is like actually like playable, and that there is like somewhat of like a gameplay loop, I feel like it's about time to finally start like mass advertising this game to get people to play it. Yeah. I'll probably do more videos showing off how far I'm getting with this progress here. Man, this plays a lot like Wizard West. It's actually crazy. If I just kill all these guys. Just bullying villagers. Oh yeah, actually, here, let's go up to the maps up there. I want to see this thing in, like, actual, like, person, like, standing on the map. Oh, I forgot it's non-collide. But yeah, comparative, like, size-wise, this is how big I shrunk down this entire map into something only this big. It's actually crazy. It's kind of cool, not gonna lie. Oh. Alrighty. Well, since the freaking map thing clearly broke earlier, I'm gonna have to regenerate all of this. Because it clearly didn't work. Something went wrong with it. So I'm gonna have to run it all over again. Can't believe this. Here we go. And you can actually watch this thing. You can actually see how long it takes this thing to draw to. I tell you what, it's not fast. It's terribly, terribly slow. I think also having this thing in the game as well when trying to load it, it probably isn't good either, because this is like basically as large as that thing is. So let me just do map flat. Let's put this in like server storage or something. There we go. Yeah, look how long it takes. It's very slow. I'm just trying to think though how I'm gonna make this work. It's definitely it's definitely a tall order for sure. It's not gonna be easy. But I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna have it map your position from this exact corner right here. I think that's what I'll do. Because this one is accurate, whereas the one over there isn't really. And if I go here in the real world, there's actually like a corner piece from this map in that spot over there. Yeah. Yep. It's directly over there. Holy slow, dude. This thing is so slow. It's super cool, but it's so slow. Yeah, I mean, I not really got much else for this stream here, other than just to kind of show you how far I am and what's going on. Maybe if I turn off shadow rendering for this, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just all the geometry causing lag, because there's a lot of it here. Bang, no. But yeah, let me see. What day is it today? Clear all. Let me see here. Today is the 15th. So, let me see. I work today and tomorrow. Well, hold on. I gotta look at my work schedule. Because I gotta kind of like estimate how much time I have versus what needs to be done still. Yeah, today, tomorrow. Not a whole lot. Well, pretty short ones. So I have a whole 3 days there. I could definitely get this done by tonight, probably. This 3D map here, or at least most of it. Let me see. Tuesday, that gives me a bit of time there. Wednesday, Thursday, yeah. Yeah. So I'll probably be like polishing up the game like through Friday. After I finish the other 2 things I need to do. And then after that, I'll be very busy Saturday. So let me see. Wow, the weekend's gonna be very busy. Okie dokie. So yeah, probably next week, in like the 23rd, 24th, 20. Oh shoot, that's freaking Christmas right there. It's already gonna be Christmas soon. Interesting. It's gonna be a little bit tough then, I see. Well, I'll get this figured out. I'm not really sure what like I'm gonna do for the event though. I'm not really sure. Probably just hang out in the game, advertise it, live stream it. That's what I'll probably do. And then we'll kind of just play with like a bunch of people probably. Yeah. Something like that could work probably. Because a lot of Wizard West players do watch my content that I make, so they'll be able to see how far we are on this. Look how far this is already. How long did we wait? Tell you, this thing is slow. Let me see. So we waited maybe, what, like 8 minutes or so, and it got this far. Yeah, if I made it like any more fine than this, it'd probably take a half hour to a full hour to load this full thing. That's very slow. Here's the only thing that's not cool about it is that it can't do stuff like underneath things, but obviously that would make the map a lot more complicated and probably be even longer for it to load. Like if it could do underneath these trees, that would be insane. Or even this spot in this mountain right here where it's actually like a tunnel. Or if it could do this whole mountain that's actually hollow completely, that would be crazy also. But anyways though, there ain't much more to say, so I'm going to cut the stream off here. Goodbye everybody.